I'm the great pretender, pretending that I'm doing well. I only smoke weed when I need to, and I need to get some rest. Yeah, where's the cess? I confess, I burned a hole in the mattress. Yes, yes, it was me. I plead guilty, and at the count.
A quote from Mein Kampf. Baphomet. You promote veganism, which is the unhealthy NWO Agenda 21 slave diet. These pictures trolls are constantly posting show me with a pillowcase wrapped around my torso, trying to make a new generation of women.
Welcome to Strange World, where the truth is often stranger in fiction. I'm your host, Mark Sargent, the creator of Flat Earth Clues, which propose that all of us are living inside a Truman Show enclosed structure thousands of miles wide. Just Google
The goat god of Freemasonry.
If you can't find it, well, you're just not very good at the internet. We speculate on everything. We see suspicion and, deception everywhere. Trolls, if you're out there, why are there no stars in space? Why are there no stars in space? I can't say this enough. There's no stars in space, ever. They never, ever show them. And if you said, I know, back in the day in 1969 and 70, 71, 72, it's like,
Welcome back for Fathers of the Flerfs Part 2. If you haven't seen Part 1, it is linked in the description, but there is no need to watch them in order. Within the Flat Earth movement exists a network of unique echo chambers, each one with their own distinct talking points, personalities, and community rules. In Part 1, we pulled the curtains back on Nathan Oakley and Nathan Thompson. For Part 2, we are looking at Eric Dubay and Mark Sargent. I'm going to give you a small spoiler. One is way worse than the other. My name is Steve, and this is my totally not creepy van. Ignore your survival instincts and hop in the back. This one's gonna take us on a trip.
It's the whole Papa Flerf hierarchy. The tree of Flerfism. You were duped by Eric Dubay.
Eric Dubay. I don't even watch that guy. So shut him out.
Sure.
Stop it. He's my Papa Flerf.
Eric Dubay. At first glance, Eric Dubay comes across as a spiritual, vegan, flat earth yoga guru.
By fostering deep introspection and clarity, helping us become more aware of our egos, desires, and fears, we can better recognize the illusions, attachments, and karmic patterns that may bind us to the material plane.
But just beneath the surface, Eric boils with rage.
I'm gonna end the NWO on my own.
Eric's unconventional worldviews aren't just limited to flat earth. When curiosity prompted me to dig a bit deeper, I was disgusted to learn what kind of person Eric truly is. He isn't able to express his most divisive views on mainstream platforms due to those views violating terms of service. With roughly 225,000 subscribers, I find the size of Eric Dubay's audience alarming. Most people only ever see the yoga guru spiritual side of Eric. However, there are a few red flags that exist in his mainstream content.
A quote from Mein Kampf.
I'm gonna stop you right there. At some point, Eric Dubay's family tree must have been tainted with goblin blood, because just like Cyrax, Eric Dubay puts himself next to iconic artists while possessing no musical talent.
The government's for criminals. Check this subliminal. None of them are for the people. Public servants an oxymoron, you morons. There's more arms and their arms and Hindu gods holding guns in a funhouse. The deck is stacked and you can't fight back when the dealer is sealed behind bulletproof glass. Hence voluntary distract.
This shapes the world as it twirling around you reckon. Take a second, you're gonna need a physics lesson. You've been taught that you ought not to feel the spinning, but I've got quite a lot to reveal this evening. It seems you bought an implausible falsely hiding a
serpent and logo disguised, fooling the masses is what they believe. NASA in Hebrew means to deceive. They're hurting the sheep like benevolent shepherds while sharpening all of their slaughterhouse weapons. Yep, you're gonna be beckoned. Your masters have perilous plans for the peasant. They're planning to teach you a valuable lesson, and learning it probably won't be too pleasant. The gist of it is that you're dumb as a door, nailed to the wall and through to the floor, stuck in a rut, unable to move, a frame and a knob with nothing to do.
Have you ever seen any of my rap videos?
Yeah, I have.
Similar to Kendrick Lamar, I actually have done some diss videos of other people in the community, so that analogy does kind of fit.
He obviously doesn't have any friends. If he did, they wouldn't have let him post that. In addition to making super sick rap songs, Eric Dubay loves cross-dressing. You can really tell how much he loves wearing a dress thanks to this video he made.
Firstly, I am not a cross-dresser. I do not own or wear women's clothing, and I am not wearing a dress. These pictures trolls are constantly posting show me with a pillowcase wrapped around my torso, and they are all from a comedic parody video where I am impersonating several characters within the Flat Earth community, both male and female. Those trying to discredit me post these images out of context and make claims that I am part of the Thai transgender community or that I was forced to wear a dress in part of some Illuminati shame ritual. In truth, I am a heterosexual man, comfortable enough with himself that I chose to make the video myself, hoping it would be a humorous way to expose various disinformation agents in the Flat Earth community.
Anytime you get the chance, make sure to tell Eric how pretty he looks in his dress that totally isn't a pillowcase wrapped around his torso. Eric Dubay wants to play the role of some enlightened shepherd that has traveled the world, and due to his ability to see through Western propaganda, has learned secrets that only a select few chosen have learned. Eric, you're not smart, you're not profound, you're not going to double your Patreons by begging.
For a channel of my size, over 225,000 subscribers, I unfortunately only have less than 100 paid Patreon members. If I could just double my 100 patrons to 200, kind of like I doubled William Carpenter's 100 proofs, I would be so grateful, and it would lift me from living just below my means currently to hopefully a little bit over.
Every single one of your followers will be wiser the day they stop listening to you. You know, a lot of people have told me this video is of Eric doing the full Lotus, but all I can see is a dude in a dress.
Papa Flerf to exactly nobody. He feels great though. It's like hundreds of videos and exactly nobody.
Mark Sargent. Mark Sargent is the host of the Strange World podcast. Mark loves being a flat earther. I truly believe there's not a single thing anyone could say or do that would convince Mark that the earth is not flat.
Crossing my fingers. He's not dead, so we got that. Welcome to Strange World, where the truth is often stranger in fiction. I'm your host, Mark Sargent, the creator of Flat Earth Clues, which propose that all of us are living inside a Truman Show enclosed structure thousands of miles wide. Just Google Flat Earth Mark. If you can't find it, well, you're just not very good at the internet.
I initially thought Mark was just a harmless goofball, but as I looked into his content beyond Strange World, the danger in his actions became a little more evident.
One question is, why should the flat earth theory be taught in school?
Why should it be taught in school?
Yeah.
Because the old saying that's, well, it's not even necessarily an old saying, because I don't believe that science is always right. Science is kind of turned into its own religion and become scientism. So how many people am I talking to?
This is a smaller class. It's all upperclassmen. We've got 7 people in here.
Okay, cool. So upperclassmen, so I can't say like, hello, little hobbits. Can't do it.
It's actually an environmental science class.
Really?
We focus a lot on just energy and the earth in general.
Documentary?
Yeah, yes. Documentary.
Hopefully not the Logan Paul thing.
No.
The documentary. He didn't know that Logan Paul's an awful person.
Yeah.
So he comes in, but I knew about him, and I was trying to tell everybody, I go, look, you don't want this guy anywhere near you. He's horrible. He just trolls people. Okay, it all started a long time ago. I was doing hallucinogenic drugs, transcendental meditation, and stand-up comedy. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't doing any of that.
Slap, 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 slap. With a big fat wet fish.
Mark does seem to have some redeemable qualities, and at least he's not running a crypto scam colluding with a smart contract holding a bunch of Freemason Society tokens while calling all your detractors satanic Freemasons. Domeshot is an unregistered security. Speaking of Dave Weiss, the potato humanoid hybrid shows up on Strange World from time to time and abuses Mark and his audience by promoting Domeshot. When Dave uses Strange World to promote Domeshot, an unregistered security, he is knowingly exposing Mark to legal risk. Mark, when shit hits the fan, Dave is not going to lose a bit of sleep over you getting fined by the SEC. You know that. Don't let the potato pull you into the frying pan.
Same with other people, right? We've gotten smacked all over the place. If you're part of the truth community, you're going to get beaten down. Trolls, if you're out there, why are there no stars in space? Why are there no stars in space? I can't say this enough. Here, let me pause this. Which is, let me get back to our thing. Which is, there's no stars in space, ever. Yeah, maybe the salesperson did it. Maybe it's a thing. Maybe women, they realize that women just love it when you put a bow on a shiny 6-figure car. We speculate on everything. We see suspicion and, deception everywhere. All, the biblical cosmology side of things. Absolutely. That mainstream science is suspicious. He went after them all the time. And Patricia, she went after everything. All the time. She wouldn't have been on Strange World if she wasn't. We've gotten smacked all over the place. If you're part of the truth community, you're going to get beaten down. No. After 10 years, I can honestly say no, and I'm still going strong. They can take. I'll mix some stuff. They can take flat Earth when they pry it from my cold dead hands. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm about. I'm never ever, and they can't get to me. I've said this on a couple. I've named because people have been asking me questions about recent events.
That's gonna do it for this one. I want to thank you again for ignoring your survival instincts and getting in my van. If you're a flat earther, leave kids alone. And don't forget to check out part 1 if you haven't already. Now, get the hell out of my van.